Good morning. How are you, Monica?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Well, we're here today talking to Monica Ybarra, and Monica is used to be a resident of Amarillo, now lives in Oklahoma City, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
So that's right. I was born and raised in Amarillo, so I attended AISD schools my entire school career. I went to San Jacinto Elementary, Sam Houston Middle School, and Tascosa High School. I graduated in 2000, almost 20 years ago. That's hard to believe. But yeah, so I'm a product of AISD schools. I went to Amarillo College and obtained my associate's degree in criminal justice, and then went on to WT, first as a mass communication major, and then finally graduating as a criminal justice major. So
Wow. Well, I mean, you had to have a little bit of help coming through school and seeing your way through to press on to college, first going to Amarillo College, then WT. Tell us a little bit about what motivated you to do all of that.
Well, I did not think that I would ever have an opportunity to go to law school. It always kind of been a dream of mine. In fact, at a young age, I think about like 7th or 8th grade, I started working with the city of Amarillo in the teen court program, and really enjoyed that. I was a prosecutor for that program for several years, and that's kind of what sparked my interest in the law. But I never dreamed that I would have the ability to go to law school, have the money to pay for it, figure out how to do it. I'd never really thought that I would go down that path. But I had an opportunity to attend Step Up to Success. I attended Step Up to Success every year from the 7th grade until I graduated my senior year. And it was at one of the Step Up to Success programs, and I can't remember if it was 7th grade or 8th grade, but I know it was sometime in middle school, that I first came into contact with a Latina lawyer. She practiced here in Amarillo, and I regret that I cannot remember her name, but she was very inspirational. I went to the breakout session on the law and legal careers, and had an opportunity to meet her and hear her story. And it was the first time that I'd ever encountered a Latina lawyer. And it was just very inspirational to hear her story, where she came from, and how she persevered and ultimately became a practicing attorney. And I was just super impressed with that. And that memory and that encounter with her I never really forgot that. And even as I progressed through every year at Step Up, I would always try to attend the legal breakout session. And as I progressed through my education, there was always that seed that had been planted, years before, that maybe I can do this. I just hadn't figured out how. And then luckily I was very blessed at Amarillo College to have a government teacher that was, she was a part-time professor, but she was a full-time assistant district attorney here in Potter County. Her name was Sunday Austin, and she was my government teacher. She pulled me aside one day and just told me that she thought I was very smart, very talented, and had I ever considered law school. And at the time I said, well, yeah, I mean, I've always had an interest in it, but I could never pay for law school. I don't come from a wealthy family. There's just no way that I could pay for that. I wouldn't have any idea how to do that. And she asked me a very simple question, and she said, how do you think people pay for law school? And my answer was equally as simple, and I was like, well, I guess that's why rich people go to law school, right? That's who gets that opportunity, because they can afford it and they can pay for it. And she educated me very quickly on that, doctors and lawyers don't pay cash for law school and medical school. They obtain loans and scholarships just like everybody else. And that may seem very simplistic, because I always thought of myself as a pretty smart chick, but I was just floored that I didn't know that. I didn't have any doctors and lawyers in my family. I didn't have any idea how law school was paid for. And when she told me that, it just opened up this whole new world to me, because I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. I knew several lawyers, and I thought, I can do that. I know that I can. And once I figured out the financial aspect and was able to obtain some scholarships, both local and national scholarships, as well as financial aid, I was able to make it happen. And sure, just like any other career, and oftentimes students are graduating from professional school with student loans and with debt. I'm no different, but it's been a blessing to just have had that realization, to know that this is how it happens, that and to be able to make that dream a reality. So after graduating from WT, I worked as a probation officer for several years here in Amarillo, and then finally in 2011 I was admitted to law school and decided to go to Oklahoma City University School of Law. And I attended law school there for 3 years, graduated, and ultimately decided to stay in Oklahoma City, but still have very close ties to Amarillo. My entire family is here, that my community is here. All of the people that believed in me and supported me throughout my education are here. And I had just so many great people involved in that process that are right here, many of whom are still members of Los Barrios, that are still making Step Up to Success a reality for so many other students. So been very, very blessed.
Well, and that brings us to a great point. So Step Up to Success is where you met your first Latina lawyer that really inspired you. You continued to go to Step Up to Success. Were you a scholarship recipient?
Absolutely. I received a scholarship from Los Barrios when I first attended West Texas A&M, and was able to use that money to help me buy books that first semester of that first semester of undergrad. It was just an amazing. I remember receiving the Los Barrios scholarship, and I know the people that put the work into bringing that money into the organization to make it possible. And I can just remember receiving the check and just thinking, oh my gosh, these people really believe in me. They're giving me money. They're really putting financial support behind my dreams and my goals. And so it was. And I think because I knew the people that were involved in Los Barrios and had been to Step Up so many years, receiving that scholarship was truly just, it was a very, it was very emotional for me, but also just to realize that there were people in this community that wanted to really invest in me, literally in dollars and cents, and wanted to invest in my education and my future. And so I will be forever grateful to all of those people, businesses, volunteers, donors that made that scholarship possible, because without the financial assistance of scholarships like the Los Barrios Scholarship, I'm not sure that I would have made it through undergrad and been able to pursue a law degree.
Well, Monica, I appreciate you saying so many wonderful things about Los Barrios. And, it's important for our donors, because we couldn't have scholarships without the support of our donors. We can't Step Up to Success without the generosity of our donors. This is Step Up to Success is a huge event. 500, 600, 700 kids come twice a year. We do not charge for it. And so we really rely on our donors and sponsors to help us out with that. And I'm so glad that you mentioned how thankful you are, because that's something that our sponsors love to hear. They love to hear success stories. And even though you live in Oklahoma City, you still come back and you still help us out when you can, and we certainly appreciate that so very much.
Well, I definitely owe you guys a debt of gratitude for sure, but I am always willing and able to help in any way that I can, because I want to see more of our students from this area, from the Texas Panhandle, succeed. We have so much talent here, and sometimes people just need a little helping hand. And again, I just want to express, my sincere appreciation to all of those sponsors that have supported Los Barrios, that have supported Step Up year after year. You will never know the impact, long-term impact, that your financial contributions have every year. Whether you're the company that's providing lunch for our Step Up students, or you're a volunteer that has come to speak to expose our students to the career opportunities that are available to them, or if you're someone that works in a educational institution that comes and teaches the students about financial aid options and how to pursue those dreams, the impact that you've made on my life, certainly experience it every day, and I hope that I am doing your good deeds justice by continuing to give back. I am very involved in the community in Oklahoma City in various ways, and trying to promote educational opportunities, legal education opportunities for students there, and I'm just involved in many other ways in Oklahoma City. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart to those that made Los Barrios Step Up and the scholarship possible. I'm forever grateful.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much for taking time to join us today.
Thank you.